a lot of neurotypical people, low-key, take a lot to placate. I mean, a lot. Autistic people are often seen as the ones that are harder to handle, but I can tell you that I never wanted to be bugged when I was a little kid. I was fine playing in the sand by myself. I would just kind of stick to myself, and I wasn't that much of a hassle. And that was a problem. That was a problem. And it kind of was, the level at which I wanted to be alone, but we were recently just talking with my family, and my mom was going through all the terrible tantrums that all the kids had. I didn't have any. I never had a tantrum until I was 16. And that's where the issues start to arise because guess what you do? You mask. You mask to placate everyone. And over time, it just starts to get on mess with you. Just like over time, you just start to, I don't even know how. It's almost like a water drip torture method where is the drip of the water that bad? Well, yeah, if you compound it over many years, it starts to really drive you crazy. That's why it's such a notorious torture technique. And that's autism. That's autism right there. So, what am I talking about with placation? There's a lot. Just society was made for neurotypical people and not us, but it's honestly surprising to me how much it matters to hit the right inflection in your voice when you talk to people. That's a form of placation because sometimes when I'm talking to people, I just see I'm frustrating them. Frustrating them because I'm not talking in the way they expect me to. Past that, I meet some people and my body language isn't quite what they expected. And it's like on a subconscious level, they're already thrown off. And we don't like being thrown off. So it's often met with derision. That's a common one. People just get uncomfortable when I feel it. And I can just say that makes me want to be alone. Just facial expressions in general. You gotta act like everyone else. You gotta agree. You gotta do what everyone else does. And we're not good at that. We're not made for that. But we're expected to learn. So the placation comes in there. We gotta placate you because these sort of things don't matter to us as much as they do you. But I can just say that oftentimes when I have an issue, it's just overlooked as if it doesn't matter. So I just feel tired of it. I do feel tired of it. So I'm just sharing because I'm sure a lot of people out there also feel tired of it. And when you look at it, it's like, is there really a good reason for all of this? I mean, we can talk about it and speculate why it's a thing, but when you get down to it and put it on paper, does it matter? Does it? I don't think it does. Maybe that's just my autism talking. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I have been called out for having awkward body language in times where I'm not even talking to somebody. It's like I can't be a background character and just stand the way I'm going to stand. Holy shit. It's like I would never do that to somebody. Like there's things that I get upset with. Things like don't smoke your cigarettes and blow it in my face. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't like that to a crazy level where a neurotypical person would probably just put up with it even if they didn't like it. I'm like, don't do it. But I feel like that's a bigger deal than me sitting next to you with my arm kind of like this. Like, okay, sorry. So yeah, a lot to placate. A lot of neurotypical people, and we just don't want to deal with it eventually. I'd rather just stay home and not have to worry about my facial expressions, my tone of voice, my body language. It's easier just to play video games and not have to care about that bullshit. So, yeah, sometimes I just like being around my cats a lot more than people.